Oh, what's going on, guys? So, told you I was going to do a quick review of Raw. Again, I wasn't doing the live because, I still want to do a live. My cat's acting up now that I'm recording. That's okay. Say hi to Lucy, everybody. So, I do a quick review, like I said. Try to keep it as quick as I can. And I appreciate you guys that were commenting on the video there. That was kind of cool. I like doing that. I appreciate it. So, watched Raw last night. Overall, good show. Good show. I thought they did a good job. A lot of the little storylines. I'm not going to go over like everything. It's a 3-hour show, so I don't want to do a 3-hour video. Try to keep this relatively short, but I got out the Intercontinental title. As you can probably guess why. I was surprised by that. I was very surprised by that, actually. I did not see that coming. I really thought that was going to be Braun Breaker, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, starting, the first thing we had is open up the show. We have, of course, Dominic and Liv show up. Then that was a nice car. That was a nice car. But they show up, and as they're walking in, of course, we have Braun Breaker or not Braun Breaker, excuse me, Braun Strowman and Big Bronson Reed feuding. I really like that. I think this is cool. These guys are just fighting. That's just great. But anyways, Liv, Dom go to the ring. Of course they do. They cut a promo, a good promo. They're interrupted by Ripley. Ripley comes out and basically says that Dom is going to be suspended in a shark cage above the ring, or a cage. At Bad Blood. I think that's great because their whole, they're playing obviously with the idea that there's always interference in the match, that she's always getting, she's winning only because of interference and everything. So I thought that was a great, it's going to be great things, it's going to be fun, and it should be a good match. But overall, I like that. I like Ripley giving Liv the headbutt at the end there. I thought that was great. The next match I'm moving on to, and again, I think going forward with their storyline, going back, I do think Ripley's going to get the title back. I do like Liv holding it. I think she's done a great job holding it. I think she's a great kind of heel. I think she plays her role very well. And she's actually been one of my favorites. I've always said that they never really used her right, I felt. So this is good. And it should be interesting. But I do think Ripley takes it at Bad Blood. But we'll see. I think it's not this coming Saturday. I think it's next Saturday. So we'll see. The next thing I have on here, and I know there's just stuff in between. I'm not going over every little detail, kind of the big stuff that I feel like I should go over. The next thing was Sammy versus Kaiser. Great match. Very athletic match. Sammy took that nasty throw, toss, whatever, to the chair on the outside. Sammy just sells really good. I thought it was a good match. I thought they both did a good job. Not surprised that, Sammy's coming out with a win. Of course, Gunther comes out and they kind of had their thing, and Gunther basically tells Sammy, no, you're not getting a championship match. At some point, they're going to have a match. It might be at Bad Blood. They might continue this. They have another week, so we'll see. Again, skipping down. I know I'm skipping some stuff here, but I just kind of want to go over it. It's was Big Bronson Reed, was Brawls with Braun Strowman. It was supposed to be Big Bronson Reed versus The Miz. Before that, I forget his name, but he came out and he kind of, they did a promo with him and Miz in the back. Miz might be going, heel here, but basically they had, Braun Strowman did a flying clothesline to Bronson Reed, off the apron, or off the, the outside apron onto him. It looked great. And then, Bronson Reed did a diving onto Braun and Miz. So it was interesting. And then at one point, they brawled, which is great. And the crowd loved it. And I think it's great when they do that. It really does bring back kind of Attitude Era-esque times. And then what was great is that at one point, Braun Strowman was climbing the ropes like he was going to do a dive. I love this stuff because going back, again, I'm Attitude Era. So going back to that time, it was a lot of that kind of stuff. They cut promos, but like it was, if you had the heel and the face in the same area, they were fighting, they were brawling. It was very rare that they were talking in the ring or doing anything. So I'm glad to see them kind of going with that. These two, they're having a last man or last monster standing match, or it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be two guys just beating each other up, and that's great because they're big guys. You're not expecting too much, but if they do some high risk stuff, that should be interesting. The next was Drew McIntyre cut a promo regarding their match at the Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood with Punk, basically saying he's willing to die for this. He's willing to, do all this stuff. It's going to be a good match. There's some great feuding. They're really good selling the match right now. Really good selling. They don't like each other. That might be the case in real life, but I think it's going to be a very just brutal match. I think they're really going to do, there's going to be some brutal stuff to watch. And, even when they're not trying to kill each other or literally not trying to hurt each other, they're doing stuff, they're hurting each other. And you got to give respect to guys in the ring that go into those matches pretty much knowing they're going to, you can't hate the word fake, but you can't fake any of it. You know what I mean? This is going to be a match that's going to be really good and it should be interesting. And I thought, again, the promo was good. Now, the next thing after that was the New Day versus American Made. They're kind of doing this setup right now. Looks like they're splitting New Day. Big E hasn't shown up. I don't know. I think he's never going to wrestle again, personally. But it looks like they're getting ready to split those up. Looks like they're going to have them go on their own ways. Basically, this match was, Kofi Kingston was told by Xavier Woods, let me run the show. Xavier was the one that actually kind of lost it and cost them the match. That's how they wrote it. And after the match, they did a promo in the back where they cut into basically LWO apologizing for a week ago costing the match, and Xavier basically challenging Rey Mysterio. So that's going to be next week. It should be interesting. I'm curious to see that turning Xavier heel, I think, is going to be interesting because those guys, New Day has been kind of a face for a long time. They've been kind of the fun guys. So it's interesting to see them split up. It's kind of a shame, but at the same time, they have been going a long time. So it might be time to split them up, go on their own way, and Xavier being a heel could be interesting, could be good. So we'll see. I love this belt. I think this is such a better Intercontinental title than anything they've done since, and I love it. I love it. My belt. I love it. Look at that. Fits nicely on my shoulder, too. And I might have a burrito. No, I'm joking. Okay. I'm going to keep bringing that up now. I forget your name, but bro, I'm just going to keep bringing it up. That's what I do. That's what I'm going to do every time I'm bringing it up. All right, sorry. So, and the last thing here, and I'm actually got the match playing now, was Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso for the Intercontinental title. I will admit I missed this one totally. I thought for sure that they would keep Braun Breaker as the champion, mainly because I'm positive Jey Uso is going to be involved in the Roman Reigns, bloodline storyline somehow, because everything says that they are going towards Roman Reigns is going to, at the War Games, or, say that he's going to bring back Jey Uso, and possibly another cousin or something, I guess. Now, we haven't heard from Jimmy, and I've heard some stuff online that he might be going through some stuff. If that's legit, this maybe would have changed it. So I was off on this. Now, I'm happy Jay won the championship. I think Jay deserves, and he does have a cute, the Yeet thing going on, crowds into him. He's probably selling merch like crazy. So yeah, put a championship on, makes sense. I'm curious to see more though what they do with Breaker, because he had a hell of a role going, and he is he's very good in the ring, very powerful, very strong, can run the ropes crazy. I think they clocked him at like 23 miles per hour. So I'm curious to see if maybe this is a continuing feud. I would imagine it is. I can't imagine that he's just going to be like, oh, well, I lost the title and, I'm going on, or that's what they're going to write in there. They could have him doing something. We'll see. But that was interesting to me. Now, again, it's quick. The one thing that disappointed me, and it was after the New Day and American Made Championship, or American Made match, that they cut the Wyatt family promo. I really hope they aren't just going to do promo with the Wyatt family. Promo. Okay, they're going to show up this week, and then promo. I think they're a great group. I like them. They're something different. There's kind of, even on TV, they come across. It's really cool. I do not like just doing promo, kind of, and then they show up, and then you go, oh, so that's who they're feuding with. I would like to see them on TV more. I would like to see them in the match more. That's me. If I was writing it, I would have them there in the ring more. I would still do the supernatural stuff, but have them there. Have them showing up. If they're going to go away from American Made, which I think they are, I think that is done. I think they're going to choose a new family to go after, or a new group. My guess is it might be New Day. That might be who they're going towards, especially Xavier Woods. That might be their next feud. I would have them there. Like I if that's who they're going for at tonight, I would have had, after Xavier Wood acted the way he acted last week, I would have had him lose again like he did, and then have them show up in there. Like have him even at the end of just kind of making you go, So are they going? Who are they there for? Where are they going for? What are they trying to do? I think that would have been a lot better. So I was just checking to see if the light's on, which I guess looking to see the screen there. But we'll see. But overall, I think Raw was good. I think they did a good job in all the writing. I think a lot of storylines. Again, there was a lot of mid stuff. They had a women's championship match or women's match in there regarding the, kind of the women that are going for the tag titles. They had Sheamus and I forget his name, but they did a feud with him. So they're continuing stuff going. I really do 3 hours is long though. It was trouble. I had trouble staying up last night. I know Raw's going to 2 hours when they go to Netflix, but I guess SmackDown's going to 3 hours, and I think 3 hours is way too long for any show. But that's my quick review overall. I thought it was a good show. Tonight's NXT. I'm going to watch NXT. I might throw another video up on that tomorrow. My review on that. We'll see. I do have to kind of set stuff up because I also work from home and I use kind of the same setup, and have to do some dismantling when I do that. So we'll see, guys. But I appreciate you watching this video. If you watch it, I've gone longer than I want to. So thank you guys, and hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. And till next time, enjoy the belt. It's a pretty belt. Beautiful. All right, guys. Peace.